first of all, we are going to see about a Tesseract OCR, and then we are going to install a library to work on like a Tesseract OCR, and we are going to see, or we are going to deploy the project called a book reader using Raspberry Pi, and finally, of course, we are going to have the discussion and then tech news. So in this session, we require the camera and then laptop speaker. So here camera, moreover, you just please use your Android mobile phone IP camera because it has a great resolution other than the normal USB web cameras. Okay, so it's more preferably to use IP web camera. And for speaker, you can purchase normal 3.5mm audio jack speaker. Okay, so while talking about the OCR, so OCR means optical character recognition. So nowadays it is being used for a lot of applications, majorly on online itself, like to identify the plagiarism and lot of things. So they are using these kind of OCR, and the applications such as number plate recognition or digital book reading, book scanning. So from the book scanning, what are the text which is present in the book, like digitizing the book. So those kind of operation or those kind of application can be developed with the help of the OCR. And in this OCR there are a wide variety of process. The first thing is pre-processing of an image. So pre-processing in the sense if it is a colored image, converting that into binary or grayscale image. And then text localization. Text localization in the sense if you have a certain product. So for example, this is the product. Okay, so this is the product. So in this product, if you want to recognize the text which is present here, first of all we need to localize where the text is here, right? So that kind of process can be done with the help of text localization and the character segmentation. So what is meant by character segmentation is, so for each and every letter, so for example here there is a SanDisk. So SanDisk means for each and every letter it should be segregated and it should be drawn as a bounding box separately. So that kind of character segmentation is also to be done, and character recognition. So after segmenting the characters, we need to identify or we need to recognize what are all the characters is there, and then post processing. So post processing in the sense after recognizing each like a character and everything, we need to concatenate even which it includes symbols or numbers or spaces. So those kind of things. So after that, I will use the text to voice converter like applications such as eSpeak we have already seen before. So with the help of that eSpeak, we are going to convert that text to voice again. So that will look like a very greatest application called a book reader. Okay, so installing a library. So while installing a library, first of all we need to install Tesseract OCR. So with the help of this Tesseract OCR only, we can be able to recognize the text which is present in an image or an object. And sudo apt-get install Festival. So Festival is also another kind of voice-based application, because before we used to have eSpeak, right? So eSpeak is used for basic like short words or short sentence. But if you are going to read a complete book or complete one paragraph from the book means, so definitely you can't able to do those things with the help of eSpeak. So for that you can go for the Festival. It is a very good reader. Okay, so like converting text to voice, so you can use the Festival. Okay, so these are two of the libraries which you need to install. I think you know how to install a library. You just copy paste line by line and just paste it in the terminal. Okay, so and then we are in the demo session. So in the demo session, so first of all, in this Raspberry Pi we have connected the speaker and I have connected the USB camera. So first of all, you just set the camera lightning, because in this Tesseract OCR application the lightning should be very perfect, because it won't otherwise it won't recognize the character or text which is present in an image or object clearly. Okay, so for that camera preview can be done with the help of lousy view command, LUVC view. Okay, you just press enter. Okay, so if you have run the previous example like sudo service motion, so you just click the sudo service motion stop, so that it will disable the camera, otherwise it will try to use the camera. Okay, so lousy view. So here from this camera feed, so first of all you just adjust the object which you need to recognize the text. Here another main thing, if you are using a normal web camera, the letter should be very completely bold and it should be very clear. Okay, but if you are using a mobile camera, that clarity is different. On the time you can go for like clearly printed text like a book. Okay, so here I am using a web camera, so that's why I just have an object called the Raspberry Pi 3. So So it should read. So we'll check how it is reading here. Okay, so camera preview is done, and if you are getting any blurry or something like that, definitely USB camera will have focus length adjustment. You can adjust it. But if you are using IP web camera also, there is a focus set options in the settings menu. So just set that to have a better resolution or better clarity. Okay, so and then we'll go for the program. So masterclass 326. Okay, so here I have include a maincam.py and main url.py also. Okay, so this is for USB camera and this is for IP web camera, like mobile phone camera. Okay, I'm going to use the main camera, and here there are two things, data.txt and input.jpg. So these two things will be generated after you run the program. So whenever you run the program, then input image, that is mean image will be captured when you are pressing character Q, like in the keyboard, and after that from that it will that Tesseract will extract the text which is present in that image, and it will be saved in the notepad, and from the notepad with the help of the festival function will convert the text into a voice command. Okay, this is the workflow. So first of all, we have imported the library. So here URL lib is not required, and URLs is also not required, and OS is not required. Okay, so that's it. So import subprocess CV2, and then time, and capture is equal to CV2.video capture of 0. We have initialized the primary camera, that is 0. If you are using a secondary camera, you can put 1 or 2 here, and while true underscore comma frame is equal to cap.read, which means it's going to read the frame from the camera, and it will be saved in the variable called frame, and we are going to display it in our window, and that current image will be saved in the current directory, that is mean by input.jpg. Okay, so here this is your option, so to save the image, or else you just remove this. So I'll command this one because before the saving an image is not required at all. Okay, so that's it. So key is equal to cv2.wait key of 1 and 0 cross ff, so it will return a certain x value, so which is comparing that out of q. So whenever you are pressing the q, then it will go inside the if loop. Inside that if loop will save the image, like cv2.im right of input.jpg frame, it will be saved in our directory, and after that x is equal to subprocess.popen of sudo space. This is the command which you can able to run in the terminal, but here we are using a Python program. So from the Python program, if you need to deploy certain kind of like these kind of arguments or this kind of command, you can use the subprocess.popen of sudo tesseract input.jpg. This is the image which we have saved in the directory, which is obtained from the camera. Space data, which means it will print out or it will write the result in the data.txt, and shell is equal to true, and after that time.sleep of 10. So this is kind of writing timing, okay, because for each and every press of q, so then it will read and then it will be written in the text file, and print of x, and while x is none. So if x is none, then it will be pass over subprocess.call sudo festival tts data.txt. So this is the command which you need to write for converting the text into a voice. Here that text which is written in the data.txt, so with the help of the festival, you can also use this function to read the text which is present in the data.txt to read out, or else if you are going to use the espeak means, so you just comment this 2 lines and you just uncomment this for 5 lines. Okay, so better to use a festival, it is really great. Okay, so that's why I just use the festival, and then s is equal to empty. This is for empty1. Okay, so and then cv2.destroy all windows, so which is used to closing the display or those things. Okay, this is not required here, but it is required here. Okay, so that's it. I hope you understand. So this is the workflow. So first of all, we are going to read the frame from the camera. So after reading it will check for whether the key press is happened or not. If we press the character Q from the keyboard, then it will capture an image, and that image will be saved in the name of input.jpg. And with the help of subprocess.popen, we are going to pass a certain command, that is sudo tesseract input.jpg space data. So it will process the tesseract, it will apply the tesseract OCR algorithm for the input.jpg which is saved here, and the result will be printed in the data.txt file. And with the help of festival command, we are going to read the text which is present in the data.txt into the voice command. Okay, so let us run the program, run. Okay, so camera is active. Okay, so now it is displayed the window frame, so Raspberry Pi 3. Now it is completely on streaming. Okay, so it's streaming live because I'm not doing anything here. Okay, now if you want to, if your frame is good and lightning is good, now it's time to read the image or read the text which is present in the image or the frame means. Now you can press the Q from the keyboard. Okay, just press the Q, and now it is printed as capture in the left side. Okay, so then it will speak out via speaker. Okay, so I hope you heard it. That is it spoke out as Raspberry Pi 3. Yeah, again I'm pressing Q. Okay, so it is read as Raspberry Pi 3. If you can't able to hear it, I'll increase volume.
Raspberry Pi 3.
Yes, I hope you heard it. Same as like if you have any clear text, we can place that kind of text. Okay, so just look for any other object or any other book. Only thing, instead of using a web camera, please try to use mobile camera because it has a great resolution. Okay, for reading the text which is present in that image. So even though in this image, so there is also another text called model B+, but it can't able to identify this model B+. Okay, so this tesseract OCR has come with some limitations. Okay, so please go for the better clear image with neatly printed and bold text.